South African Police Service has come leading a delegation of SAPS, of investigators, who say that they want to charge the Commander-in-Chief of the Economic Freedom Fighters with a crime which occurred on the 16th of December 2014. And then they say the crime is that in Mangaung is accused of contravening Section 18 of the Righteous Assemblies Act of 1956 because he called on members of the EFF to take up the program on land occupation. So this incident is said to have happened on the 16th of December 2014, but the NPA took a decision only last week to say that the Commander-in-Chief must be subjected to a court process, one on the 7th of November in Newcastle and two on the 14th of November in Bloemfontein Magistrate Court. So this is a reflection of a disparate state and a manipulated, captured state which the Commander-in-Chief was speaking about earlier, that is utilizing its state institutions to persecute a leader of the economic freedom fighters, the leader of the revolution in South Africa for their own narrow purposes. It is definitely a policy position of the EFF and a resolution of our conference that we should take up struggles on land reform, on land redistribution and land occupation. So that we can say that the CIC has never spoken outside of the policy framework of the economic freedom fighters. Every time he speaks about the land program, he speaks within the confines of the policy directives and commitments of the EFF. And that is what but the state, the establishment is now reacting in a very disparate way because it's collapsing. That is what collapsing regimes do. They resort to all forms of suppressive and very violent means of trying to suppress political discontent and disagreement. So that is what we are dealing with, that the democratic state is being undermined. It actually reaffirms the call that we made earlier, that we call on all South Africans on the 2nd of November to come out in their numbers to defend the democratic state. Let us go to Tswana to demand to defend the democratic state. Let us demand for the resignation of a captured president, Jacob Zuma, who is now resorting to very dangerous means to suppress the democratic gains that were recorded in 1994.
Floyd Shivambu.